It's another edition of your favorite program, Power Wheel, a production of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, showcasing prospects, challenges, and strides in the power sector. Please keep following all the guidelines for preventing the spread of the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. The headlines. Nasarawa State Government, TCN, strengthening partnership to fast-track completion of power transmission projects. TCN accelerates ongoing 330-132 kilovolts Rimin Zakara transmission substation project in Kano State. The art of staying safe is non-negotiable. In dealing with electricity supply services, you must do all it takes to be safe. TCN on this program enlightens you on ways you can consolidate on this. The interview segment features the Regional Transmission Manager of TCN Enugu Region, Engineer Jack Emuche, on the company's bulk power wheeling activities in the region. My name is Chinwenwa Anyanwu. The Nasarawa State Government has strengthened its partnership with the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, to accelerate bulk power transmission infrastructure delivery in the state. Here's the full report.
The General Manager, Nasarawa State Electric Power Agency, NAIPA, Engineer Abubakar Danjuma Angu, disclosed this when he led some officials of the state on behalf of the Governor, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, on a courtesy visit to the TCN management in Abuja to solicit for the timely completion of specific transmission projects in the state.
If it's the issue of right of way, Nasarawa said don't waste time in giving that. And we also have a letter that we have sent requesting for a dedicated line from the Akurawa to 3 arms zone. That is the government house, the legislative arm, and then the judiciary. So these are some of the few things that we are here. I will also seize the opportunity to intimate you that the federal hydro project, even though it's taken over by Federal Ministry of Water Resources, but the power component has been also added to it. Initially it was for irrigation, farming, and then water supply. But we insisted, we advised His Excellency that he should try as much as possible so that the initial concept of the power generation should be added to it. It's a good thing. We also let you know that we are on course and your contribution and support is highly needed.
Engineer Angu explained the contribution of the state government to some power transmission projects and other power projects that are ongoing in Nasarawa State. One of such is the construction of a double-cycle transmission line and substation from Akwanga town to Lafia, the state capital, under the Federal Government National Integrated Power Projects, NIPP. The Managing Director and CEO of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, welcomed the officials to the corporate headquarters of TCN. He assured the state government officials that the various power transmission projects within the state will be completed, including the NIPP 330 kV substation project, which he said is at over 80% completion level.
The 330 substation has gone long way, almost you see 80-something%.
The Executive Director, Transmission Service Provider TSP at TCN, Engineer Victor Adewumi, said the 132 kV transmission project in Lafia was ongoing. However, Adewumi said the project, which was conceived as a double-cycled line from Lafia to Akwanga, has been modified to better enhance its output.
We look at this design and we felt that now that we have a 330 in Lafia, there is no point running a double circuit from Akwanga to Lafia, which we know ab initio will not even serve the purpose. Because that line that is coming all the way from Akpo down to Lafia, down to Akwanga is already overloaded. So even if we had complete that double circuit from Akwanga to Lafia, it will not serve any purpose. But the good thing is that the project by NDPAC is a 330 by 150 kV line. So we are going to have 2 by 150 MVA at 330 kV level and 2 by 60 at 150 kV level. That is the project of NDPAC. And then the one that is being done by TCN, which is 2 by 60. Like I said, it's still ongoing.
The General Manager Engineering, Engineer Geoffrey Nwokoye, further explained the effort TCN was making to complete transmission projects in the state to boost bulk power supply to the state and its environs.
So the 2 double single line from Lafia to Akwanga, if it's completed, it will help the line from Akwanga. It will supply a lot of power from that and go to the site. So that project, I see it as still an important project for us. What I'm saying is that double single line is still very, very key to solving the power challenges in Nasarawa State.
Re-emphasizing the commitment of the Nasarawa State government towards supporting TCN in delivering on bulk power transmission infrastructure, the General Manager of the Nasarawa State Power Agency, Engineer Angu, said the government was ready to clear issues of right-of-way for TCN projects.
I want to appeal and suggest strongly that the 132 line, honestly speaking, should be re-awarded or should be considered so that the right-of-way will not be our own assignment to go and feed His Excellency back that, look, the corridor is here, the acquired of the land is what we want, and then the right-of-way give it to them so that the work can. Yes, so that before he finished his first tenure, probably would have seen some signs, evidence of, yes, in Nasarawa State.
Engineer Abdulaziz, while summing up the discussion, assured the delegation that the TCN management would adopt ways of solving immediate power transmission challenges in the state, while deepening collaboration to speed up the ongoing projects in Lafia and other places.
Management is going to look into that.
Okay.
And as EDTSP has mentioned, those transformers are at Lafia.
Yes.
So we have not taken any transformer away. So don't worry about that.
Okay.
Let's take a break. The program continues shortly.
Verify that land before you buy it. To drastically reduce the incidence of building under the transmission right-of-way or encroaching on designated TCN land, members of the public are hereby requested to verify land near or along transmission line route before purchasing it. Verification should be made in the Land Development Authority or at the TCN office. This would help in drastically reducing the incidence of building under transmission line right-of-way and save us all the problem of pulling down the structure or truncating transmission line expansion projects in your community due to court injunction. Help us serve you better. Verify that land before you buy it.
One of the core objectives of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, is to continually expand its bulk power transmission infrastructure to cater to ever-growing demand for electricity supply. TCN says the 330-132 kilovolts Rimin Zakara transmission substation project in Kano State is on course.
The Rimin Zakara transmission substation project in Kano State has multiple 150 MVA power transformers and 2 units of 60 MVA power transformers that could expand its capacity of bulk power delivery up to Niger Republic. The Assistant Manager, Electrical Maintenance at TCN, Engineer Musa Abdul Kadir, at the project site said the project was initiated some years back before it was transferred to MBH Power Limited since 2019.
In September 2019, the project was handed over from CCOP to MBH Power Limited. So MBH Power Limited, they are the one doing work at the site now. Right now, there is transfer of material that is taking place between the CCOP Power Limited to MBH Power Limited. Up to now, we are receiving the material. So this project will complete when the whole material are available. And right now, the work is in progress.
Engineer Abdul Kadir said the project is on course and that it was initiated by TCN as part of its expansion drive to boost power supply amidst growing demands of electricity consumers.
The capacity is 330 by 132. At the 330 size, we have 2 by 150 MVA power transformers.
He further said the coverage area of the substation cuts across 3 states and that the additional capacity, when completed, will flow to power consumers in those states.
This substation, we serve the people of Kano, Katsina, Jigawa, and some part of Niger Republic. And this substation will supplement the ones at Kumbotso, 330 kV at Kumbotso.
Kumar Singh, a project engineer with MBH Power Limited, the contracted engineering company handling the project, said its company is working to complete the project this year.
We have here 2 numbers 150 MVA transformer and 2 numbers 60 MVA transformer. This is in 330 by 132 kV. We have 2 into 150 means 300 MVA. 132 by 33. We have 2 into 60 making 120 MVA.
The project engineering staff said the work was going on smoothly without much issues before the COVID-19 lockdown in the state set in.
We have almost completed all the civil works. Electrical work is going on as per the material we receive. We hope we will complete it very soon. The materials are coming and we are doing the work accordingly.
Among the 9 operational regions of TCN is the Enugu region. This region covers 6 states cutting across 4 geopolitical zones. The regional transmission manager of Enugu region, Engineer Jack Emuche, in an interview at the regional headquarters of TCN in Emene Industrial Layout at Enugu, speaks about the company's bulk power wheeling activities in the region.
What is the coverage area and capacity of the Enugu region?
Enugu region traverses 6 states of the country in 3 zones. Taraba State in northeast, Benue State in north central, Ebonyi, Enugu and Anambra in southeast, and Delta State in south-south. With an installed capacity at 330 kV level of 1,290 MVA and 1,600 MVA spanning 19 substations at 132.
What are the recent power transmission projects TCN has executed in this region?
We have, within the regions, completed replacement of obsolete and unreliable 330 kV circuit breakers at Onitsha substation with Crompton Greaves circuit breakers. And about 5 number 132 circuit breakers replaced with 7 Crompton Greaves at 132 at Onitsha. We have also at the Okadibo substation commenced the upgrade of the substation from 2 by 30 MVA to 2 by 60 MVA with the completion of 1 number 60 MVA transformer. The second 30 MVA hopefully will be replaced before the end of the year. And at Asaba TS, we successfully installed and commissioned into service for the first time by indigenous TCN engineers 300 MVA transformer for at Asaba TS. That's a capacity of about 240 megawatts. So this is part some of the projects we have successfully energized in the region within the last 2 years.
Do you have any significant projects that is ongoing in this region?
In the region, we have projects ongoing that have significance to the operation of the grid. At Makodi, at API TS, we are about energizing 75 MX reactor to boost the voltage in that part of the grid. Presently, we have ongoing upgrade of 1 by 30 MVA substation at Nsukka with additional 30 MVA transformer to ensure redundancy and meet the M-1 criterion. That project is ongoing, and at completion of that project, Nsukka substation will be better positioned to accommodate the power needs of Nsukka, and that will enable us to shut down the obsolete and failing 60 kV substation that is feeding on Nsukka. So that project is important, it's relevant to us, and we believe that project will be completed before the end of July. So we have also going very important projects, stringing of 120 kV line that will power the Ojoto and Nnewi substations from Onitsha. TCN is collaborating with Anambra State government and to ensure that encumbrances of right of way are overcome. So that is quite gratifying to the management of TCN that project has been held on for reason of right of way. So I want to appreciate the governor of the state for taking the bull by the horn.
Is there any challenge affecting operations in this region?
I must say that the challenge, the meanness, increment of developers and structures is into our right of way. We can't overstate the danger inherent in building under our transmission lines. It's occurring, and we've not been able to deal with this. My attention was drawn to another encroachment not far from here on our line from Onitsha to New Haven. Somebody is building under the line, and I have directed my linesmen to take appropriate steps to ensure that that building is brought down.
The COVID-19 lockdown measures across states affected activities in major sectors of the economy. How did you overcome this in Enugu region?
Well, COVID did not shoot down my region. COVID affected my region in that maintenance activities were affected. You know that TCN, Enugu region, maintains equipment in 6 states of the country. For instance, the Onitsha sub-region oversees the substation at Abo, which is Delta State, and Asaba in Delta State. During the period of pandemic, I'm sure you might have heard that the Niger Bridge was shut. So my staff had difficulties going through the bridge to maintain equipment that required the maintenance. So that was a challenge. Projects that would have been completed or commenced could not be started because of this shutdown, or this lockdown, whatever we call it, and the restriction of movement and the closure of sale outlets.
Considering the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, would that alter the expectations on project delivery in the region this year?
There is no doubt that this COVID-19 pandemic will affect completion period and targets of projects. I mentioned Nsukka upgrade, Nsukka certain upgrade. The contractor that was supposed to relocate the transformer from Okanibo substation to Nsukka substation could not mobilize because of the restriction on movement. That has impacted on the delivery date of that project. So I believe that with the expected lifting of the lockdown, that project, the transformer will be moved. So no doubt about it that it will affect the completion target of the project.
Cases of electrical accidents and electrocution are of crucial concern to power users nationwide. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, brings you an expert's view on how you can stay safe, prevent electrical accidents, and avoid getting electrocuted.
Yusuf Mungadi, an Assistant General Manager, Occupational Health and Safety at TCN, says when someone comes in contact with a live wire, there could be a shock in what is described as an electrical accident. The severe form of that shock could lead to electrocution, which is death from electricity shock.
Human body is a good conductor of electricity. That we avoid overloading of electric sockets and extension cords. Our sockets at homes or in the offices should not be overloaded with some appliances. They will also avoid stepping on electric wires on floor or ground.
The safety expert said all wires and cables at home or in offices must be well connected and neatly packed to avoid coming in contact with live and naked wires, which can cause electrical shock.
All wires are supposed to be fixed on the wall, but even if you have shoes, if your hand is wet, do not operate a switch, a socket, or any appliance, because water is a good conductor of electricity.
You must always ensure that when you detect faulty cables, only call a professional and certified electrical engineer to handle such faults. Mungadi said cables can become faulty and dangerous if they burn or have partial contact.
Cables that are bringing some odor, you perceive some odor in your cables. It means that those cables are either overheated or there is maybe partial contact in the conductors. Therefore, you need to switch off first.
For safety reasons, you must avoid refueling a power generator when it is still running.
You also do not put fuel in your generator while it is on. If you want to add fuel to your generator, first put it off. Then you fuel it, then you start it again. Do not, in the course of maybe you are in a hurry, you say, it has been said, it has been doing, people have been doing it, and nothing happens. This is how people do it. Nothing happens. I'm not witnessing any problem. You don't know whether you will be the first person it will happen to you. Then do not use your phone as a source of light when switching on or switching off your generator.
That is it on this program. Join us next week for another interesting edition. This episode and the previous ones are available on our YouTube channel. We want you to always interact with us on these platforms to further improve our bulk electricity transmission services. As the authorities battle to flatten the COVID-19 transmission curve, do your best by washing or sanitizing your hands regularly, practicing physical distancing rules, and all other preventive measures. Let's continue to work together to overcome the coronavirus pandemic. I am Chinwenwa Anyanwu. See you next week.